All right, folks, here is your quick tutorial on how to mark out the meter in a poem. Now, don't forget, this is some pretty high level stuff, so don't be surprised if it's a bit of a struggle for you. The way that you do this is you look for the accented and unaccented syllables, like we talked about in the focus lesson. Now, if you look here, I picked Annabelle Lee because it's something you just heard in the poetry bracket. So I figured it would be worth taking a look at more in depth. And Poe definitely, he's not my favorite poet, but definitely used meter a good bit. Now, meter just sounds like rhythm. There's a rhythm to these things. And so it's a series of accented and unaccented syllables. So in order to know what a syllable is, you need to be able to, I mean, think back to elementary school. You need to be able to do like the clapping thing. So like Edgar Allan Poe. So we have Edgar, 2 syllables, Allan, 2 syllables, Poe is your last syllable, and be 5. So when we go through this, the first line we say it, that's 1 syllable, was 1 syllable as well. Many, that's 2 syllables. And is 1, many, 2 syllables. A year, these are each 1 syllable, and then ago is actually 2, even though it's a really short word. But they don't all have the same feeling to them. So even when you're clapping them, you probably kind of heard a little bit of a rhythm there when I was doing it. How do you tell an accented versus an unaccented syllable? Well, sort of to some degree, it does vary from language to language. So you will hear in different languages people put accents on different syllables, and that can make it hard to translate things sometimes, especially in poetry. But I tend to do it's hard with my huge beard, but I'll put my hand under my jaw about like 2 inches down, and then I'll say the word many. Now, if there's a part of the word where my jaw goes down and pretty much touches my hand, maybe not 2 inches, but like an inch down, many, go, go. My jaw goes down on the meh in many and the in ago. So those are accented syllables. Year, my mouth goes down, as opposed to when I say my mouth doesn't move at all. So it goes unaccented, unaccented, many, accented, unaccented, and is unaccented. My jaw doesn't go down, it just kind of stays in the same place. And many, as a good one, accented, unaccented, is not accented. Year, my jaw definitely moves a lot. And ago, I got unaccented, accented. Now the dashes represent the unaccented, and the slashes represent the accented. And there's some things that we can see already if we look at this. We notice a pattern starting to emerge where we have something that looks like this. Check it out. Next line down, kingdom. We have another little pattern emerging, right? See, each line is beginning with the same pattern of syllables. And if we look at the end, we're getting the same ending of each line as well. And that creates a sense of rhythm. Bada bing. I'll keep these highlighted so that you'll be able to see them. And maybe you'll notice them in other places because you're going to do the next stanza just to practice this idea and mess around with it. Annabelle Lee. I mean, the whole reason he picked the name Annabelle Lee was because it fit his meter. He didn't like have a thing for a girl named Annabelle Lee. It's just that it was very convenient for him. So if you see here, we got, boom, all these same things. I better hustle up or else my video is going to run out. But I'll keep these highlighted for you. And you can see there's some variation inside the line, but he's very consistent at the beginning and the end. Now, I'd like you to try to do this stanza. And if you want to, try to get this one done too. And you'll see it does change after a while. And it changes even from stanza to stanza. But it's a tool that you can use. Some poems, like sonnets and things like that, are very structured, as we talked about before. So, as you can probably see on my screen, it says in 26 seconds, my recording is going to end. So I will leave you here. Good luck, and don't hesitate to ask for help. This is tough stuff.